tearing down the old. But to be replaced with what? Today's report from the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change lays out in shocking detail the potential environmental consequences of failing to decarbonise the global economy by the middle of the century. But what of the economic consequences of attempting to do so now? What will the impact be on jobs and livelihoods?
When the once mighty Redcar steelworks in the northeast of England finally closed in 2015, some 2,000 people lost their jobs. But the South Tees Development Corporation, headed by the Conservative Tees Valley Mayor Ben Houchen, hopes that this site, now being cleared, can be redeveloped and rise Phoenix-like, and ultimately be home to thousands of new jobs, many in the green industries of the future.
When the flames went out in Redcar's historic coal-fired blast furnaces, it contributed to a steep fall in the UK's overall carbon emissions. The shuttering of the steelworks was good for the UK's decarbonisation efforts, yet the impact on locals is still keenly felt.
It's not just the money, it's the place you work at. It's such a different place to work at, camaraderie and stuff like that.
The view of experts is that there is not a trade-off between the environment and jobs. Recent modelling for the Climate Change Committee suggested that, as a result of the UK achieving net zero, total UK net employment would be 300,000 higher by 2050 than otherwise. Last month, Nissan announced a major expansion of electric vehicle production at its Sunderland plant, potentially creating 1,650 new jobs. The North East also has a strong renewable energy sector, supporting some 6,000 jobs.
It's our bulk cap module. It's instrumented to act as a remote preload monitoring device.
Transmission Dynamics makes ultrasonic sensors to identify cracks and corrosion on wind turbine towers. With the government setting a goal to massively increase the UK's wind power generating capacity, they see huge growth opportunities.
The forecasted income from some of our products and projects around this sector hoping to see us grow from around 3 million turnover to closer to 8 million just from renewable energy by 2030.
Yeah.
So yeah, significant growth we're hoping.
And you'll be hiring as well because of that growth?
We are absolutely, yeah. So we're 30 strong at the moment, but we're continually recruiting a high-level multidisciplinary team, and we are hoping to create an extra 50 jobs when we move into our new purpose-built facility that we're breaking ground on next month.
The state-funded offshore renewable energy catapult in the port of Blythe helps private turbine manufacturers test their new blades and motors.
Well, I think the wind sector is really fundamentally going to be a new area of growth for the region in terms of economic development and new jobs in the supply chain. We're seeing more and more companies basically supplying key components or services or infrastructure, so it's pretty fundamental. It's really a kind of regeneration for the North East. If you think we were kind of the birthplace of the Industrial Revolution, and now we're kind of the birthplace of the Green Revolution.
An hour's drive south of the port of Blythe, in Gateshead, stands the UK's first hydrogen show home.
So Tim, what are we looking at here?
This is a 100% hydrogen boiler from Baxi.
Swapping millions of domestic carbon-emitting gas boilers in the UK for zero-carbon hydrogen boilers could also be a major generator of employment.
These appliances are all British made. If we were to do mass conversion of the market, we've got 23 million homes in the UK have a gas supply. We need new boilers and fires and cookers in all those homes. It will stimulate production and jobs. We also need gas engineers to be able to go around and fit and check all the appliances. So it's a really good boost to the economy, creating lots of green jobs, and really good for the environment and for the recovery after COVID.
Cooking outdoors can also be zero carbon.
This barbecue is running on 100% hydrogen. It's provided by a gas cylinder, similar to the gas barbecues that you see used today.
Decarbonisation will also involve us changing our diets, eating less red meat and more meat substitutes. The North East is home to the world's biggest substitute meat production facility, Quorn Foods Billingham site, built in 2018 to cater for the increase in flexitarian and vegan diets.
The North East shows us the pain that can attend industrial transitions. But what it also shows us is the wide economic opportunities. And the job for ministers, as they go for net zero, is to minimise the former and to maximise the latter.
We need the winds of industrial change to propel us all to greater prosperity.